The science, I found a 2013 consumer report that discussed how 69% of raw pork samples were contaminated with a number of different bacteria and parasites, particularly very high in Yersinia enterocolitica, which is a really bad parasite to get. It causes a lot of GI stress, so gastrointestinal stress, diarrhea. I mean, a lot of reports of people die all over the world with this sort of infection. And so it's very hazardous. Also, on top of that, pigs are known to carry tapeworms, which, believe it or not, very common. And once we get tapeworms in our system, they're very hard to eliminate. I work with a lot of clients using parasite protocols in order to help eliminate these things, but it's very challenging in order to do that. Parasites will reduce your immune system and put chronic stress on your body. A lot of these people with parasite infections, they don't sleep well at night because parasites stimulate stress hormones at night. Stress hormones go up, the individual doesn't sleep well. In fact, that's one of the signs that you may have a parasite is, 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night, all of a sudden you're wired, right? And you just can't fall asleep. You struggle to fall asleep no matter how hard you try. That is actually a sign, right, that a well-versed clinician will say, possibly there could be a parasite playing a role here. And pork is one of the biggest carriers of parasites. So, we look at the science, it just shows that we've got all these parasites in the animal products. And now we can cook, and we can try to really cook it at a high temperature to kill off as many of these parasites as possible. And that's definitely effective to a degree. But some of the parasites are actually so virulent, they're so resistant that they can survive even high heat. So, so an animal like pork, again, not a whole lot of vital nutrients that we can't get, really no vital nutrients that we can't get from other animals like lamb, grass-fed beef, consuming bison or wild game, wild-caught fish. We get a much greater nutrient value out of those animals, right, and consuming those than we would out of pork. And then with pork, we're also taking in a high risk for parasites and then other environmental chemicals and toxins as well. When we barbecue or we cook at a really high temperature, we actually cause a number of carcinogenic chemicals, particularly things like heterocyclic amines and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. And these polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, PACHs, that's produced when we're smoking the meat, right? So the smoke aspect produces these PACHs, which are known carcinogens, right? So they really increase our risk of developing cancer. And then heterocyclic amines, so whenever you've got blackened spots on your meat, that's a buildup of heterocyclic amines, which are basically proteins that have been broken down in a certain fashion, and they become really potent free radicals that cause a lot of oxidative stress and tissue damage in our body. So clearly we don't want that. And then also the carbohydrate in the muscle meat gets burned up and it produces something called acrylamide, which is another carcinogen. So you got 3 of the most potent carcinogens that you are actually producing when you barbecue something. So I'm not a big fan of barbecuing at a really high temperature any sort of meat. And so when we try to do that with pork, we're obviously going to cause problems.
I'm in Hodeidah, 2 kilometers from the front line.
Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakar Kadash, giving double honor to the Apostle Elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to brothers pushing this truth and sincerity, and a Bob Bull. Alright, it's the brother Napash Kadash from the GMS Cleveland branch coming at you with another video. This time speaking on a certain food, alright, because contrary to what people believe, you can't just eat anything and you can't eat everything. Alright, there were certain dietary laws that were given to us. You got, I believe, Leviticus the 47th chapter speak on it. I believe a chapter in Deuteronomy speaks on it. I believe a chapter, like I said, Leviticus speaks on it. Alright, you have a set of rules, and that is a part of the law. The law is still valid. Alright, we may not be under the law, but the law is still valid. Alright. So with all that being said, what I'm specifically speaking on would be the pork aspect, because we all know, okay, you got the shrimp, you got the crab, lobster pop, the shrimp, crab, and lobster. All right, yeah, that whole weight on Jake. All right, you got the foul birds, yeah, that whole weight on Jake too. But the main thing that whole weight on Jake is this pork. All right, if not adultery, pork would be the biggest sin in Jake right now. All right, fucking Negroes, Latinos, and Native and Seminole Indians love that shit. All right. And the thing about it is, you guys, you fall for these traps because I saw at a store that they had chicken. Well, I'm gonna just give some prices. Chicken, it was $5. Beef, it was $6. But pork, it was $2. Of course, those not the real prices, but those were about the prices. All right. And then they had chicken pork mixed together. It was $3. All right. Why do you think Esau makes that cheaper? All right. It's all a setup. Cause Esau, he know the laws. All right, they want us to sin. All right, but us as Israelites, Negroes, Latinos, and Native and Seminole Indians, us as Hebrew Israelites, we got to put that stuff down. All right. I just had a video play. I'm pretty sure it should be in this video. It showed you like it's super unhealthy for you. All right, and that was just a quick 3-minute video. As you see, it got parasites that just destroy your body. All right, a parasite is always gonna be bad for you. It has no benefit to you. It's sucking the nutrients out of your body. And one thing about them tapeworms, they spread to your brain. They spread all over your body. All right, that's not good for you. All right, and you heard what he said. It's all type of sickness with pork. All right, it's literally the worst meat you could eat. It's an old saying. You could throw anything in front of a pig and they'll eat it. Why? Because a pig is the vacuum of the animal kingdom. All right, the Lord gave everything a purpose. And the purpose of a pig was to clean. All right, how do they clean? They don't. Pigs don't have brooms no, they don't have that type of stuff. They eat it. All right. All right. When you walk, you see dogs. Shit. Where do you think that go? All right. You got certain animals like flies, pigs, things unclean animals that we. I ain't gonna say we that. Well, at one point in time, yes, we chose to eat. All right, but guess what? Now that we come into this wisdom, this knowledge, it's time for us to realize. All right, wisdom and knowledge is the scriptures. All right, but you know what come with the scriptures? More wisdom and knowledge. All right, we know about. Okay, we know the scriptures on pork, but guess what? We also know the not health benefits, the health defects. All right, we know all that stuff. We don't know everything, but hey, we know a little something. I'll say that we know a little something. And I'm gonna speak for myself. I know a little something. I ain't gonna say a lot, but I know for a fact pork not healthy for you. All right. All right, but I'm gonna get into these scriptures. This is Deuteronomy 14:8. And the swine, because it divideth the hoof. Salakia, 1 second. Slakia, plane flew by very close. I'm gonna bring it back. This is Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 18. And the swine, because it divideth the hoof, yet cheweth not the cud, it is unclean unto you. Ye shall not eat of their flesh, nor touch their dead carcass. All right, and in this chapter is speaking about what you can eat. All right, if chewing the cud would be like that leafy green stuff, if I'm not mistaken. Pigs don't just eat that. All right, they'll eat trash. They'll eat plastic. They'll eat other dead animals. Pigs will eat poop. All right, pigs will eat other dead pigs. It's been seen. All right, pigs will eat humans. You really want to recycle that into your body? All right, and it does divide the hoof. The hoof meaning the foot of the animal. They have hoofs. Like cows, they divide the hoof. That's a sign that the animal is clean. But guess what? It's got to meet all of them. It got to eat the cud. It's got to divide the hoof. All right, and I believe there's one more thing. Lord willing, I'll find it. But the pig, it don't meet all the requirements. So off rip, the pig is an abomination. All right, it is what it is. That's just how it is. All right. This is Isaiah 65:12. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, ye did not answer, and when I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delight not. All right, and that's speaking about you niggas. All right, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native and Seminole Indians that ain't woke yet, because, hey man, we got It's dude, it's people all around the world that don't eat this animal. And why do you niggas choose to eat it? Have you guys ever, that's why I say Israel doeth not consider in Isaiah the first chapter. All right, that's why I say that, because even the heathens, even you got Muslims, the Arabians, all right, you got fucking the fucking Jewish, they don't even eat shit like that. Why? Because they know it's unclean. All right, it's a spiritual aspect and it's a physical aspect to that unclean thing. All right, for example, dead bodies are unclean.
You lucky I just looked out here. I had locked the door.
All right, it's a aspect to all that stuff. All right, let's look at it. Being unclean, it's spiritually unclean because the Lord says so. That's just how that worked. But physically, oh, it's spiritual unclean too, because it's got everything got spirits on it. And I'm gonna be honest with you, them pigs, it's demons on it. All right, it's bad spirits on it because it's unclean. All right, and then when you look at this physical aspect, why you gotta, it's the physical reason why pig is unclean. One fact that I know off the top of my head, they said that you gotta cook pig at I think 600 degrees for 300 minutes, not 300, for 30 minutes to actually get rid of all the parasites in it. And at that point, when you cook meat at 600 degrees, it turns into like rubber. All right, it turns into rubber. So that's how pig is not meant to be eaten. The temperatures you gotta cook it at destroys it. That says something. All right. But back on this verse, they talk about how Israel basically choose to do these wicked things and how they turn away from the Lord. Basically, so and foremost, the story continues to cycle. All right, you niggas, y'all don't get it. Just oh yeah, it's just pork. No, nigga, it's not just pork. Every sin counts. Every law counts. All right, this is still a part of the law. We still following the law to the best of our ability. All right. It's not just no. I put adultery down. I put stealing down. I don't hit licks no more. But something about that. No, you can't. You can't keep. You gotta. Even if you do struggle with pork, you gotta continue to fight that urge. Because at the end of the day, it's a demon, and when you eat more, you putting more demons on you. And that's one of them sins where we can keep. That's one of the laws where we can keep in Babylon. All right, because you don't have to go to the store and eat pork. All right, you don't have to it's one thing when people mix it in. Like I said, you do have mixed foods. That's something out of your hands, because every label not gonna tell you the truth. These billion-dollar companies, they lie their ass off. We already know that. But when you clearly go to the store and see pork and you go, man, I just got the urge, you going the hell off. All right, you going off. And Lord willing, I hold straight to my words. First and foremost, speaking of myself. When I'm outside right now and I'm looking and I'm saying, I'd rather eat the grass off the ground before I eat another pig. All right, sincerely saying that. Let me grab some more scriptures. All right, this is Isaiah 65 verses 3 through 5. A people that provoke me to anger continually to my face, that sacrifice in gardens and burn incense upon altars of brick, which remain among the graves and lodge in the monuments, which eat swine's flesh, and broth of abominable things in their vessels, which saith, stand by thyself, come not near to me, for I am holier than thou. These are smoke in my nose, a fire that burneth all day. It angers the Lord. It fucking angers the Lord. You got people, they boasting, oh, I'm so holy, I'm so righteous. Look what you eating. You eating, if not one of the uncleanest foods out here. You're eating trash. Seriously, you're eating trash. But you people so holy and so righteous. That's an act of wickedness. You people is lost, man. Let me grab this last verse. I'm close out with this. This Leviticus chapter 11 verses 7 through 8. And the swine, though he divideth the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you. Unclean. There we go again. Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean to you. You're not even supposed to touch a pig, let alone eat it. If you're not supposed to touch something, What makes you think, well, let's throw it on the grill and just see it? No, man. That shit, those are wicked thoughts that you gotta rebuke. Alright? Those are wicked thoughts you gotta rebuke. Hey, I hope this was edifying, man, if nothing else. But I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakal Kadash, giving double honor to the apostle, elders, great millstone. Peace and blessings to us push his truth and sincerity and abide above.